Let's dive into the details. What you're seeing on the first screen is the WordPress login panel. I assume that if you've decided to learn BeAtheme, you already know a thing or two about WordPress. If not, just let me know in the comments and I will prepare a dedicated series about WordPress and its settings. Let's log in and jump straight into the initial settings, which will be applied globally across the site. These global settings will serve as the foundation, so most of the things I will be adding to the site later will inherit the values I define now. Let's not waste the time and get straight to it. As you can see, some of the settings already have predefined values. Think of it as a starting point or base for your site. You can change all of them freely to fit your needs. First, let's change the favicon. To do that, I need to upload it to our media library. As you can see, an error message appeared telling me that I can't upload this file, specifically an SVG logo. This happens because SVG uploads are blocked by default. To fix it, I need to enable the option for uploading SVG files under Global Advanced. Once I've saved the settings, I will be able to upload our favicon without any issues. What is a favicon, by the way? It's a little icon that appears in the browser tab when someone visits your site. Right now, it's the default B icon, but once I save and refresh the page, it should be updated. In this case, the new icon appeared right away, but that's not always how it goes. Don't worry if you don't see it instantly. It might take some time. That's usually because the old icon is cached by your browser or server. Next, let's set the logo for our site. I could skip this step for now, but let's do it anyway. Especially because I will most likely build the header using a header template later. And that template will override these settings, but to be safe, let's define them here. I will set the logo size to 60. The next thing I want to do is set up the global colors. I've prepared a list of the colors I will be using for the site. Let me go ahead and input them all now. I am doing this for a reason. I want quick access to these colors from anywhere on the site, including inside the global settings. For example, when I go to the button settings, I will be able to pick colors directly from the palette under the color picker. Let's start with the button settings. I will set the icon gap. That's the space between the icon and the button text. I won't change the animation settings. In the preview window, you can see what the default buttons look like on the site. As you can see, it's pretty intuitive and easy to use. To be honest, I might not even use all of these button styles. I will probably stick to templates like I mentioned before. Still, it's a good idea to save our settings to avoid losing them. It's also worth noting that I can define font sizes for different screen sizes right here. This helps maintain responsive design, something absolutely essential nowadays. Next, let's go to another setting. I am going to disable shadows on the side. I just don't want them showing up. Now let's move on to a very important setting, choosing the font families for our site. These were clearly defined in the design, so this is the right place to specify them. I won't add any extra font styles since I won't be using them. There is really no reason to burden the site with unnecessary files. I have auto font size enabled. Let's leave it on. Thanks to that option, font sizes will adjust automatically depending on the screen size. I will only change the base font sizes, which all others will be calculated from. It might not seem like a big deal, but it really is. Typography is the key. Alright, so now all fonts are set exactly as they were in the design. After setting up the fonts, I want to go back to colors, but before I do that, I will switch our theme options view from light to dark mode. Let's pause for a moment, because I am now in the Content tab. Here, I am defining one of the most important colors on the site, a theme color. It will impact the look of many elements, including text color and lead paragraph color, meaning paragraphs with the P lead and P big tags. Let's not forget about the link colors. They are also super important. I won't be changing anything under the Alert tab for now. That might change later, of course. I've now entered another tab that's quite important, the Forms tab. This is where I define the colors for all forms on the site. I will also set the border for our input fields, the fields where users enter data in the form. Next, I will define the heading colors, the colors for all headings on a website. And now is a good time to save a revision, kind of like a backup of our current settings. That way, I can restore everything if anything goes wrong later on.